Hello, Doug here, and welcome back to yet another board game channel where we'll be going into turn one of yet another playthrough of Eldritch Horror. Right, we're attempting to prevent Syzygy from occurring, the alignment of all kinds of things in space that will make it easier for horrible, terrible things from space to come in and devour us all. Our first mystery, we need to collect and then discard relic unique assets. And we can only, and we can get those assets by doing research encounters. So, let's just get right to it. First up, our lead investigator is ʻsɪzᵻdʒi. See, he's stuck there in the middle of the ocean, as we all are, thanks to the Call of Cthulhu happening in the background. So, I think we're just going to have Skids move Buenos Aires in an attempt to get him closer to doing that next turn. And he could do an influence check to get some stuff out of the reserve. However, his influence is only 1. So that's not likely to be very useful. So instead, I think what we'll do is we'll just give him a focus. As always, the first turn of this is not necessarily going to be chock full of events. Next up is Mandy. I'm actually going to use Mandy's action because we need clues on here. So she gets to draw 2 clues from the clue pool, spawn one of them, and we'll just discard the other. If we go in and grab a couple at random. So we could have a clue spawn in either Istanbul or Space 14, which is up here. They're awfully close to each other. I don't think one is any better than the other, so let's just yeah, put it on Istanbul, discard the other one, and could have her move to San Francisco. No, I think maybe let's do the same. Let's prepare for the future and grab a focus token for her. Now, Norman Withers, right there, near Arkham. He can spend clues. No, that doesn't do him any good. Again, just going to move and gain a focus token, because his influence is also just 1. So there's not much chance of him getting anything decent. We would like to try to get him the Opus Arcana tome that will give him better luck at casting spells, of which he has one. Joe Diamond, we're going to have him move back into his hometown of San Francisco. Him, we are going to do an influence check for, try to get something out of the reserve, because he does have 3 influence. There we are. Hoping to get 5s and 6s. Okay, he got a result of 2. So I think maybe, yeah, we'll go ahead, and he's going to snag the Opus Arcana and try to get that to Norman, who's not terribly far away, in the next turn or 2. And that is replaced in the reserve by, oh, another tome, this time a mysterious tome. When you spend a focus to reroll a die when resolving lore or will test, you may reroll up to 2 dice instead. And it seems that's that is just a permanent effect. It doesn't use up. Alright, that's it for our actions. Not a lot going on yet. But more is sure to happen now as we go into the encounter phase. Alright, first up is skids in Buenos Aires. Now let's see, I could do a generic city, or let's try a Buenos Aires one and see what we get. Diseased beggars offer you a gift in exchange for your help. Gain one random trinket asset from the deck. Helping them, well, okay, let's do that first before we move on to the rest of the encounter. Right, first trinket we run into is the fine jewelry. Yes, I'm sure that will look lovely on skids. You may add 1 to the result of 1 die when performing an influence test during an acquire assets action. Well, I think he still only has 1 influence, so that's not a great benefit. Maybe we'll see if we can get that to Mandy or Joe, as they both have better influences of 3. Now, what else happens? Helping them requires a large investment. Look at that. Influence -1, which would be 0. But you do always get to roll at least 1 die. That was a 2. Nope. Wonder if you know, that's what it's for. We're gonna use up his focus token. Let's re-roll that. Oh, nope, still failed. Off to a brilliant start, of course. Maybe nothing too bad. If you pass, so on and so forth. If you fail, they steal what they need, discard 1 item possession. Well, Skids just had his axe stolen by some diseased beggars. Wonderful. Best weapon we had, and it's gone. And yeah, that is it for Skids. Should have gone for just a regular city encounter. Alright, next is Mandy. Alright, Mandy is just on a generic sea space. We don't have any options, we just do this. During a flash of lightning in the night, you see an enormous creature silhouetted against the sky. The image chills you to your core. We'll be testing her will, which is only 2. Oh dear. Making sure, nope. Nothing to help it. But she did. Oh, focus. She did succeed. So if you fail, lose a sanity, gain a paranoia condition. Okay, nothing, we just had nothing bad happen, which is a win in Eldritch Horror. Alright, now we'll be swooping over to Arkham and see what Norman Withers encounters. Hey, Norman, we're going to do an Arkham encounter, because he might gain some more spells, and he's going to be our main spellcaster, I suspect. Alright, in Arkham, as Oliver Thomas is unwrapping a new acquisition for his curiosity shoppy, you spot a bit of writing on the wrapping paper. You attempt to decipher the strange runic figures. It would be lore minus 2. Wow, that must be tough to decipher. So that's going to be just 1. His lore is 3, which is not bad, but this is a really tough passage. Oh, but hey, he rolled a 5. So as a result, if you pass, gain 1 incantation spell. Let's have a quick look. Here's the spell deck here. Ah, okay. Second one. So he now has clairvoyance. During the encounter phase, you may test lore. If you pass, you may choose to encounter a clue if you are on its space, ignoring monsters on that space. Then flip this card. Alright, not useful quite yet, but potentially in the future. Okay, now let's just shunt over to the west a little bit and see what Joe is up to in San Francisco. Okay, there's Joe. Yeah, we'll do a Frisco encounter. Maybe able to improve his observation is already pretty good. If we can get it up even more, that would be great, I'm sure. A tall, gaunt man with a bald, skull-like head introduces himself as Sumara and offers to teach you the secrets of Atlantis. However, you can sense he is trying to manipulate you as he speaks. You may gain a dark pact condition to improve observation and one other skill of your choice. I hate dark pacts. They always result in something extremely bad, so as tempting as that is, especially this early in the game, I'm going to pass. Go away, gaunt man. Alright, that's everybody's encounters. Now we will go into, yes, the Mythos phase. Okay, here we go, our first Mythos card. We have a 50-50 chance that this is going to be a terrible rumor. Yeah, it's a rumor. Well, let's do this first of all. We do spawn a couple of clues. Just grab a couple. So we have one in space 11, down here in the middle of the ocean. And one at the pyramids. Alright, let's see what we end up with. Oop, sorry, let's try to get that focused. There we are. Your contact in the capital is hesitant to speak about those called the Watches? I think they probably mean the Watchers. He says they work for a number of different governments. Oh wait, no, the Watches. It is. Because I see what it is. But answer to some other authority. Lost knowledge. Ongoing rumor. When this card enters play, spawn the TikTok Men epic monster on space 21. Hence the Watches. TikTok. When it is defeated, solve this rumor. When there are no Eldritch tokens on this card, and we will be putting 3 on it, each investigator discards all of his clues and discard all clues on the game board. Then solve this rumor. And we'll discard an Eldritch token for every reckoning that comes around. Well, it's not the most catastrophic, but it's certainly going to be annoying. So let's grab some Eldritch tokens. Let's put that aside there and find the TikTok Men. Alright, there they are. The TikTok Men. You can see you don't have to do a horror check, but you do a strength -2 attack, and you can't spend clues to reroll dice during this combat encounter. It's got a toughness of 6. Don't know if we'll be able to handle that anytime soon, but we'll see. And they are actually in space 21. Move over for a little bit, which means oddly enough they're hanging out in the Australian outback. Back we go. Alright, that's it for the first turn. Not super eventful, but it is just the first turn. Alright, we will see you next time as we continue to try to prevent Syzygy. We will see you then. So long.